Apprenticeships passed down for 100 years at Kyoto's great restaurant, a gateway to success. Makanai, a Japanese staff meal often used for chef training. One Michelin star in Kyoto for 13 years, executive chef Kumazaburo Kurisu. The young chefs become a top-tier chef. A harsh judgment from the top chef is about to be made.
You should make same taste every single time. That's the only way to survive.
I'm extremely nervous. I feel like dead man walking.
It's like I am about to be sentenced. The taste says it all.
Whether I'm training the younger ones properly or not. It's my test.
Behind the scenes of Makanai, a multi-angle perspective. What does a top chef communicate at a tryout?
Persons must work hard, but it's a tough world. Many people face setbacks.
Makanai, the discipline of cooking. Loved by novelist Junichiro Tanizaki, Japanese prime ministers and Arab kings. The signature dish, sappan made. Technique for bringing out the natural flavors of the ingredients. A top chef facing the challenge of a young chef is third-generation executive chef Kumazaburo Kurisu.
Having Makanai shows me how much the younger's ability have improved. I can see the difference between the ones who have improved and those who haven't. When the Makanai is not great, I ask, who made this? For the youngers, their Makanai usually get more criticism than praise. They probably feel frustrated when they get scolded. But the advice from their seniors is priceless. The kitchen is filled with words from senior chefs that help young cooks grow.
The challengers are he graduated from top university and then pursued a career in cooking.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often. My friends were, pretty shocked. Yeah, they were against it. We argued so much. My parents and I went through a tough time. I'm determined to become a chef, no matter what. In the culinary world, intuition is everything. I want to be a one-of-a-kind chef with a special sense for cooking.
The Makanai menu for the challenge is 1. Tai no nitsuke, simmered sea bream. 2. Simmered turnip. 3. Dashimaki, rolled omelet.
Since my grandfather founded the restaurant, the simmered sea bream is a must-have dish in high-end kaiseki courses. It's a dish that easily gets complaints if the taste is not slightly good. We can't fool the customer's taste buds. I can't accept even one mistake out of 100.
Makanai cooking rules. 1. Cooking time 90 minutes. 2. For 7 staff members. 3. Prep for dinner at the same time.
My guys, it's 12 o'clock.
ね、1時半ぐらいに
Let's get prepared.
食べれるように
はい
頑張りましょう。
はい。
はい、仕事しもってやってね。お疲れ様です。
Chefs, but Ashida are preparing for the dinner service. The head chef is executive chef's eldest son. He has been running the kitchen for the past 2 years. The executive chef oversees the total production, making decisions on menu revisions and more. Two senior chefs working on dinner prep.
これ上げるとこに使っあ、一回落とそうか。落として。
The person Ashida is talking to is
片付けつつやるんやで。
はい。
Deguchi, Ashida's colleague supporting the prep of
任した方
Makanai.
がいいな。これは確かに。ちょっとこれだけしばいて。オッケーです。失礼します。失礼します。
これ片付けて。 やっていきましょう。
Head chef is keeping an eye on the movements of the younger.
Any off-putting smell would make the customers disappointed. It must be handled with great care.
Don't worry too much about the heat level. It's important to be careful, but taking too much time isn't good either. Put it in a large strainer. The process will be more efficient. Efficiency is just as important as skill in preparing makanai. Gently shake it in the hot water. If it were for service, his method would be the right. But now he has the youth to absorb knowledge. I need to teach him efficiency as well. I also learned through makanai from my father. Now I'm doing the same, whether I'm training the younger ones properly or not. It's my test. Ashida, clean up quickly. You don't have enough time to prep makanai. What are you making next?
I'm peeling the turnips.
Get started quickly.
You've made the dashi?
I've made it.
You need to cool the dashi down.
At first, cool the dashi. For the roll, omelet before anything else. Ashida, start with the things that take the longest to prep. If the dashi isn't cooled down later, you won't be able to do anything. Think. Don't hold on until it's too late.
Roll omelet. Roll omelet. When I receive different instructions from seniors, my task order changes. I sometimes get confused.
Thinking on your feet, under pressure, is what really counts. That is, as a professional chef, I believe that's the most crucial skill. No, pressure is the key to the growth of young chefs. Who's making the simmered sea bream?
Please.
I'll take care of it.
Supporting role, Degachi has taken on the main cooking responsibility. Ashida is now in charge of cooking the simmered turnip.
I'd like to apologize. I wasn't planning to have Degachi cook the simmered turnip, but...
What was Degachi thinking at that time?
It was my turn to help Ashida this time. Yeah, Ashida was doing the heavy prep work. So, I expected that there might be a time when I would need to handle the simmered turnip. In preparing the makanai, I focus on speed and efficiency.
However, Degachi doesn't have any time.
What vegetables go into the simmered turnip? Burdock.
The seniors begin talking about ingredients that weren't in the plan.
Sorry, I haven't prepared the burdock. To be honest, what the hell, you were saying that right now.
While preparing for dinner, Degachi pays close attention to sea bream.
It's boiling.
Keep an eye on it.
Degachi majored in rice cultivation at university and became a chef to learn more about ingredients.
The executive chef told me that before. The best flavor is the one that's tasty, but makes you feel just a little bit unsatisfied. I was moved by those words, and I never forget. But, you know, I once made the simmered turnip, and the executive chef said it tasted not enough sweetness. So I decided to add more sugar than before. I'd like to show that I've made remarkably progress. It will be a turning point.
The sugar is starting to thicken up. It's really hard to tell the difference between sugar reducing and burning. But it is the most important. If you make the wrong judgment, it's game over.
Meanwhile, Ashida. 1 cutting 5 turnips. 2 beating 15 eggs. 3 cutting the fried tofu. 4 dissolving the miso.
もうちょっとだけ
はい。
だし入れよう。
だしを。
ここの。
Start with the seasoning restaurant has been using for years.
We'll add a subtle flavor. I want to bring out the flavor he considers the best, whether it's delicious with a subtle taste or a bold one. I want Ashida to express what delicious means to him.
で、しばらく待って炊く。で、最後お醤油入れんねんけど。
はい。
Don't hesitate, just add the soy sauce properly.
どうや？
Delicious?
Yes.
どう
The
や
head chef asked me if it was delicious.
っていうか、言葉に
It's
するの
difficult
結
for
構
me
難
to
し
describe the taste.
かったですね。その微妙
It
な
was
すごい微妙な
incredibly the subtle differences.
Customers desire delicate flavors, and that is the most important thing. Delicate flavors are. The key is, I can't express it well in words. It's difficult for the head chef to teach as well. It might be impossible to express delicate flavors with words. However, young chefs must observe, feel, and learn.
Add just a little bit of soy sauce and mirin.
13:30 time for serving the makanai. The seasoning of the turnips is not finished yet.
Little time left, I was feeling rushed. However, I wanted to teach him what it means to do a job carefully. How's the taste?
It's delicious.
Simmered turnip is finished. Go next.
Degachi, charger of the simmered turnip, he was a little flustered.
I was trying to figure out the right moment to add the mirin. The bubbles in the boiling seasoning started out large but gradually became smaller. The bubbles weren't light and smooth but had a thick, syrupy consistency, like when sugar has been reduced. There was a time when the head chef was teaching simmered fish to senior chef. I secretly listened when he was talking about how to judge the bubbles, and I remembered it. I've heard that back in the day, head chef wouldn't teach anything, but now they do. If I really want to progress, I should keep ears open and pick up as much information as possible. I need to stay focused and push myself, otherwise, I won't be able to outshine others.
The simmered turnip was done 20 minutes later than planned. The final challenge at Kyoto's signature, dashimaki, Japanese rolled omelette.
I thought the pan was at the right temperature, so I poured in the eggs. I realized I made a mistake.
The pan's temperature is too low.
Oh no.
Well, you know.
Terrible.
I can't serve this to the executive chef.
I felt like my heart was about to explode. I was already running way behind schedule. I also messed up the amount of dashi. I made a huge mistake.
Use the momentum of your wrist.
30 minutes behind schedule, head chef didn't stop guiding the younger.
Yes, yes.
I had never been taught how to do things by my grandfather. In the past, I was always told that skills are not something you are taught, but something you watch and feel. However, times have changed. Now, it's common to teach the younger generation directly, but that wasn't the case in the past.
In the Showa era, it was common to enter the culinary world right after graduating from middle school. In other words, there was plenty of time for the youngers. The younger chefs also had time to observe the senior ones' techniques. These days, many people enter the world after graduating from university. Ways of nurturing talent have changed.
The egg isn't fully blended.
Mix it well.
You're not mixing it at all. An initial mistake leads to defeat.
Make sure to mix it thoroughly.
The modeled pattern is a no-go. This isn't home. It's a battlefield.
Cook with this egg mixture. This crisis will definitely help him grow. So, even if it takes time, I let him make it. I could make it myself, and it would be finished sooner. But he wouldn't grow. That's why I intentionally had him make it. I trust him. Let's make another roll. Ashida, stage is yours.
After failing several times, I started to understand the technique. When I pour the beaten egg into the pan, after a moment, the surface lifts slightly. I realized that's the right timing to start rolling it. I suddenly remembered that my seniors had already taught me this. I finally understood, through experience, the egg rolling technique and body movements they had taught me.
Thank you.
Please try it.
Let's eat as well.
I'm glad I could properly fix what the chef said was lacking and achieve a clear, distinct flavor.
I felt guilty beside the head chef because I made a mistake and exceeded the time limit.
後ろめたさじゃないですけど。
The turnip simmered well.
I was relieved by the chef's words. Thank you, chef.
The simmered sea bream is also delicious.
I was honestly happy. But I can't truly celebrate yet since the head chef and executive chef sometimes disagree. Because I know the weight of the executive chef's words.
The executive chef often gives me sharp remarks, so it's scary.
Thank you for Makanai.
Executive chef.
How is everything going?
Thank you for Makanai.
Thank you.
Who made the most important dish, the simmered sea bream? Who?
I did. At that moment, I felt like I was about to be executed. I just wanted the verdict to come quickly.
About the balance of soy sauce and sugar. The most important thing in seasoning simmered sea bream is the balance of soy sauce and sugar. If there's too much soy sauce on it, if there's too much soy sauce, it becomes too salty and hard to eat in one bite. But the simmered sea bream you made had a good balance of soy sauce and sugar. Well done.
I felt relieved, a sense of relief. If he had said, "It's completely no good," I would have been really discouraged. I don't want to imagine that situation.
However, unless you can recreate the same taste every time, you haven't truly mastered it. For example, when you go back home and cook for your parents, it should taste the same. I want you to keep practicing until you can achieve that.
Yes, chef.
Who made the simmered turnip? So it was you. You've been watching and learning well from your senior. The simmered turnip. You have a great sense of taste.
Who
made the Japanese rolled omelet?
I did.
The Japanese rolled omelet clearly reflects the maker's sense. If you can roll the egg more smoothly, it will taste even better. That is your challenge.
He handled everything for today's Japanese rolled omelet from start to finish, including making the dashi from scratch.
You are just at the beginning. You just joined a restaurant this year. I want you to work hard from now on.
Yes, chef. I thought you were absolutely right. There's no way to fake it.
He loves cooking and is training hard, even knowing it's a difficult path. I could feel his strong desire to keep going. A strong will. This is the driving force behind everything. His passion will surely inspire the young chefs who join the restaurant in the future. New chefs will start looking up to Ashida.
召し上がって大将がその和歌へのなんか印象の変化とか何かこう感じるところありましたか？
かぶらとお揚げやら
He gave precise advice on seasoning the simmer turnip. By teaching the young chefs, he himself is also growing.
Indeed, I learned a lot myself. Now that I'm in my 40s, I find myself in a different state of mind than in my 30s. In my 30s, I was impatient. If a young chef struggled, I would immediately say, "Step aside, I'll do it." But that way, people didn't follow me. I saw young chefs fail to grow and end up quitting.
Lately, my favorite phrases have been wisdom of age and a flash of insight at 70. Classic. I keep talking about getting older.
なんか立ち入った質問なのかもしれないんですけど、そういう意味では若が熊三郎という名前を襲名するというようなことも来るんでしょうか。
代々襲名していくいうことなんで、
Of course, that day will definitely come. However, for now, I'm not considering handing over the executive chef's position while I'm still alive.
When the time comes, I'll think about it. For now, I just want to fulfill my role as head chef to the best of my ability.